This is my good buddy Chris, and he's going to show you how to do the 2 kettlebell exercises that are in the circuits we just did. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to get out of the way.
Okay, so the first exercise we did was the goblet squat. Now the thing to remember about any kettlebell exercise is that, especially the goblet squat, is that it's just not an exercise for your legs. You can actually take the goblet squat and turn it into a full body exercise. How? By using maximum tension. Now, the benefit of using maximum tension, and I'll show you this both with the goblet squat and with the swing, is that you're able to use more muscles. What does that mean? That means the more muscles you use, the more calories you're burning, because the more energy is required. The more energy is required, again, the more calories you burn, the higher your metabolism gets, the higher your metabolism gets, the more metabolic demand, the more calories you burn, the more fat you lose. That's plain and simple. So you want to use as many muscles as you possibly can when you do any type of kettlebell exercise, or any exercise for that matter. So let me show you what I mean. For the goblet squat, what you're going to do is you're going to take the kettlebell up into what's called the goblet position, where it's held up nice against your chest. But here's the deal. You're not just going to hold it there. You want to use your upper body, specifically your lats, so those big steak-like muscles under your armpits, to get nice and tight. So I'm going to take my shoulders and I'm going to drive them down and back. And then from here, I'm going to attach my elbows to my rib cage. Now, I'm going to stay relaxed in my face, and I'm going to brace my abs as tight as I can. From this position here, this is called the root position, I'm going to squeeze my glutes as tight as I can. I'm going to pull my kneecaps up into my crotch. So from here, I'm staying as nice and tight as I can, and right now, I'm holding a static plank, and it's really burning. Like, I can feel my abs, I can feel my lats. If you look really closely, I'm shaking. So then from here, what you want to remember is that a goblet squat just occurs from the belly button down. Everything from the belly button up stays the same as you would in this position. So now, I'm going to pull myself down with tension, and then from here, I'm going to come back up and try to get back into that static plank. Notice how my spine stays nice and straight. And if you take a look here, my spine and my shins are almost parallel. So you'll notice that as I came down, my spine and my shin were parallel. A lot of people make the mistake of squatting like this, giving the illusion that they're getting down nice and low, but that isn't really a squat. A squat is making sure that you have as vertical spine as possible and making sure that it's parallel to the shins. So if you focus on maximizing tension, really holding that plank in that standing rooted position, and then pulling yourself down actively, and then getting back up into that plank, you're gonna use all the muscles in your body. You're gonna start sweating, and your heart's gonna start beating. You can see right now, I only did 2 reps, and I'm already huffing and puffing. Now, the benefit to that is that you're not gonna do as many repetitions, but you're still getting huge metabolic benefits. So it's not about chasing reps, it's about getting really, really good quality reps. And as you can see, I've got a bit of a cardiovascular issue right now because I've only just done 2 reps and I really maximized tension. So based on that, maximizing tension, the second exercise I'm going to show you is the kettlebell swing. Now with the kettlebell swing, we're going to remember that root position that we just used, except that's going to be the finish position for our swing. So we're showing you the squat and the swing because they're 2 completely different exercises. A squat is a squat, vertical spine, parallel shin. A swing is a hinge. So a hinge is where your spine is almost perpendicular to your shin angle. And then take a look at my shin angle as well. My shin angle is completely horizontal or completely vertical. It's straight up and down. I'm not coming forward at all. So there's no angle in my shin. So a swing looks like this. I'm going to perform a series of high-speed deadlifts, making sure that I solidify that root position at the top. So from here, I'm going to hinge down. So remember, that's not a squat, it's a hinge. Set myself up, and then I'm going to throw the kettlebell back and then finish. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to create float in the kettlebell, whereby if I were to let it go, it'll float momentarily. So the swing is really tension and relaxation, focusing on really maximizing tension right at the top and staying as solid as you can in your core, and then folding at the hips, keeping your spine nice and straight as you bring it back down. And you'll notice that when I extend, I'm nice and powerful. There's no slow movement in the swing. It's power down, power up, all the way through, almost acting like a slingshot. So that's the goblet squat and the swing, those 2 exercises that Adam and I just did in that kettlebell bodyweight circuit.